Who's excited for a Christmas tree? They don't even know yet. We'll go right there.
I would fly around the world, but I never could afford something quite that steep.
Oh, it's not. Okay. And there it is, folks. It's a little. It's just a tad. It's like we moved it around here and there, and then it will be a little crooked on this side, so we rotate it. It'll be a little more crooked there. It'll be a little bare here and there. So it's like, let's try to find the best look of it. Nick has not been too interested. Zazu, on the other hand. Yes, it smells wonderful in here. Hey, bud. Well, it took us. How long do you think we were there, hon? A couple hours. We got there, and of course we've never done this before, so it was like we were trying to figure out as we went, and there weren't really any signs or any clear-cut direction as to what to do, and there were a lot of people there. I think more arrived after we were there a while, but we figured it out, and we probably looked at maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 trees somewhere in there, and finally came to this one, and we said we wanted to get a smaller one, like, 5 or 6 feet, nothing bigger than that. And so this was the one we landed on, and see what we could come up with. We're going to do some lighting right now, I think, and maybe a little bit more. But we'll see. But it's pretty fun so far. And we have the lights on. We're going to stop at that for tonight. Have some, I don't know if you can see, some Home Alone playing. Just kind of hanging out. And Sarah's making some pumpkin cake. Pumpkin bread. I was thinking spice cake. I'll make a quick run to the store to get some sugar and cinnamon. Zaz is just hanging out. I'm just gonna have some dinner here and then just kind of relax for tonight. And here's the finished product. Got our ornaments on last night. It's now Tuesday morning, so we've kind of spaced this out over a period of a couple of days, but we got a present there already. That's from Sarah to me. Our gift giving this year, I'll get back. Our gift giving this year is a little bit funky because the Xbox, get some lights on here. The Xbox was a gift from Sarah to me, but she got it for me early for Christmas, and then I guess she got me a few more things. I didn't really expect much more than that, just because I knew it was a big chunk of money, and I didn't want her to break the bank or anything, and I'm not going to do the same for her, just because it's, we're trying to watch our money and budget well. So we are getting each other some more things, and got the last of my Christmas gifts for her ordered yesterday, and they should be on the way this week. So hopefully we'll start to see more things under the tree and get ready. It's now December 1st. It's officially December, and it's pretty ducky outside. It's raining. I'm waiting right here for Nika to come back inside, put her out on our lead. She normally doesn't like to stay out that long, whether she's on her lead or on the leash, just because she hates the rain. So surprised she's out there this long. It's been a couple minutes, but anyway, back to the school grind today. and I have some calls to make for students to schedule their makeup tests for one of the state tests that we do, and they have to take it next week, so we're calling them a week ahead of time to get their times scheduled. It's on Tuesday of next week, and I'll be at the local library all day proctoring tests, so we'll see how that goes. Gotta make those calls today, and I gotta kind of get back into the swing of things. We have about 3 weeks left of school in this semester, and no break from here till then, which is not a big deal, but just that time of making sure everything's going to end up okay, and not just for me, but the students. A lot of them are behind in their work, and which is, I mean, it's typical, but it's going to be interesting to see what kind of plays out at the end of the semester when that time comes. So we'll see. Clock in here just in a little bit and get some breakfast and start the day. So yesterday I was working on editing, and I got I wouldn't say a good chunk, but I made some progress on part 2. In my Word doc there are 19 pages, and I went through and did a scan edit I made it to page 13 of 19, and then I went back and did a more line intensive edit, line editing, and got to almost to page 5, and I finalized that amount and then put that in the ebook and print templates that are ready to go. So that part is all done. So that's kind of how I do things, or at least with this book, that's how I've been doing it. I'll go through and I'll scan, edit, and I'll look for things. I'll replace words that are repetitive, or they aren't strong enough, or they're not the right fit for the context of whatever's going on. And I'll just kind of go through and do that, and then I'll go back and line edit and do a little bit more of an intensive look at it. And then at that point, because by now at that point I'll have read through the information 5 times, and that's kind of the number that I go by when I do these books. I feel like that's sufficient enough, and it's not like I'm just going through the motions and then sending it on its way. I mean, I feel good about the text. It's just that's kind of how it's been going on so far with this book, and it seems to be working, and it's different than how I've done it before, so it's nice to try new things. I'll hopefully get to some work today after school and just chip away at it a little bit each day. If you have not read my blog post from this week, I detailed some information about this book in terms of what's going on and the situation with the release. I don't want to say situation in the sense that it's like a bad, something bad is going on, but I originally intended to send the book off yesterday and have a December 11th release. That way the print's out in time enough for Christmas, in case anybody would want to buy it and gift it to somebody, or something like that. Things just kind of came together in a way that I was not done by yesterday, so I figured, and there are other factors in it, and I explained it more in my blog post, but I decided to do an early January release of 2016. So you can check that blog post out. I'll link it below if you don't know how to get to it already. Just a lot of things came together to kind of bring me to that decision, but I think it'll be good because it'll give me time. Like I said, I don't want to rush trying to get the book out by a certain time. It'd be nice, but you have to let the story tell itself, and you can't let it dictate when you release it. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get going. I gotta clock in and get Nika inside here and get some breakfast. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Good morning, Internet. It is Friday morning. I usually don't wait this long to wrap up the vlog, but the week has been crazy, and I'm now just sitting down. I just clocked in for the day, and I have some work to do. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock, and then another one at 10:30 that should last for an hour and a half, I think. Mandatory training for all the teachers in my school. So I will be doing that today, and hopefully getting a lot of schoolwork done. And then later on today, after I'm done with my school day, I will work more on the story. I mentioned earlier in the vlog that I had finished almost 5 pages of putting that finalized text into the final manuscript templates for the ebook and the print, and I ended up getting another 4 or 5 pages done in the past few days, just kind of, like I said, chipping away at it, which is what I've been wanting to do in these last weeks before the release. So again, check out that blog post. I'll link it in the description for the information about the release and when that is planned to happen. Again, it's still tentative, but it's more than tentative at this point. Theoretically, the farther along you get in the writing process, the less tentative a date should be, because in my case, in my experience at least, I am more confident as I go along about when I'll release it, barring anything major that comes up, obviously. But thank you very much for watching. I gotta get to work. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. It is free. It alerts you to when we post new videos. And tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a coworker, anybody. I always appreciate the help and support that you guys give me, and as well as networking and connecting with other people, especially fellow readers and writers. It's always interesting to get to know people in that regard and kind of share our experiences, and that's what this is all about. So I'll get to work, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.